Then Alex Jones and his crew with their fast and loose remarks, comments, or whatever that go to millions and millions and millions of people, and then the harm that it's created in him then and to this day. How powerful do you think that is in terms of the things where we see often where people make comments outside the court of law and people believe them, but many, and not just Alex Jones, many, wind up having to try to come into a court of law, and the facts are completely different when things are under oath and where evidence is the key here, not supposition and speculation.
You're absolutely right with that. This case is interesting because Alex Jones's attorney has the uphill battle of what is an inherent sympathy that people have for these plaintiffs. That sympathy is intertwined with this case. And so even though we're talking about things like intentional infliction of emotional distress and other causes of action like that, defamation, those types of things, these are people who have gone through an unthinkable trauma, have lost their children, have been dealing with this for years and will continue to deal with this. And there's no way to really separate the emotion of that sympathy out from a case like this.
Jeffrey, do you have any thoughts as to, people like Alex Jones are one thing, communicating messages that are inaccurate, conspiracy theories, completely wackadoodle, statements, comments, yet he wouldn't be making money if he didn't have people that were buying into it and paying him the money for this. How do we correct this? Do we hold those people accountable, or are they victims too, the ones that listen to this?
It's hard to call them victims. Obviously, they are susceptible to this type of misinformation, and we're seeing a lot of those people in our society between QAnon, Alex Jones, the big lie with the election, all of that stuff. We're seeing that our society is more susceptible than we probably thought we were to this stuff. But this is how we stop it, is we basically need to choke off the money that can be made from doing this. The people that are propagating these kinds of lies and creating these news networks where, like you said, they just shout off the wackadoo theory